Good evening, everybody. It's nice to be here once again. I'm going to go through these numbers real quick. The last video I made, for some reason, I had made something happen to my computer screen and it glitched it all out. And I apologize for that because I was going to give you the numbers on Friday night of what they actually look like and how they had not changed. And so there's a whiteboard up here behind me on some of the numbers. But on Wednesday last week, was here in Connecticut is when the mask mandates were lifted. If you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear the mask, and if you're not vaccinated, you have to wear the mask. I am not vaccinated, and I am not wearing the mask. And I made a joke last night about it. If you look at my Rumble video, there was a humorous joke that I had in there. But for Connecticut, I want to go through these numbers because sounds to me like Connecticut stopped caring. Because May 19th's numbers have not changed. It is what, May 24th? Numbers haven't changed. Well, here's the interesting thing. Some numbers haven't changed. So if you followed me on YouTube at all, and even the last few over here on Rumble, if you can go back to YouTube, you'll find some of them. And I won't be on YouTube much. That's another story. So when you look at these tests up here, these have changed. The tests, the cases, the hospitalizations, the deaths, those have changed. Those totals have changed since May 19th, which is obviously last week. And again, we're on May 24th. So then I checked these numbers on Thursday. Well, these numbers have changed on Thursday. Well, these are the current numbers today. So let me back up a little. These are the numbers today. Last Friday, May 21st, and I'm looking behind me because it's on my whiteboard. So 8,212 was the number on Friday. And on last Wednesday, it was 8,154. Now, this is why, and again, I've never felt Connecticut cared in the first place. This has all been political. I mean, if you haven't figured this out, that there's been an agenda, there's too much going on to explain. Listen, the secular world is telling you there's an agenda. The Christian world has already told you. Bible believers have been telling you this for a long, long time, but you didn't listen. Now the secular world jumps in, and now you ought to listen. We were way ahead of that curve because we don't follow the doctrines of man in a building, church building, or the government. Now when I say government, I don't say rise up and create anarchy. I'm not saying any of that. But what is interesting, if you go down here to these different categories, let's go to deaths without my glasses on, you'll see 1, 3, 10, is that 9? No, it's 10. Just double checking. Yeah, okay, it's 10 then too. So all these numbers, when you add them up, this is the best part. When you add them up, they do not equal 8,219. In fact, when I pull up the calculator, I hope I still have it on here. Oh, I don't. I have a different number, 98.1. Well, currently 98.1% up here is the deaths survival rate between the over the weekend case. All right, so I was mumbling there a little bit. So if we go back here, we add all these up. They come out to 8,154. None of these numbers have changed in each category. These numbers have changed. They've kept these up to date, or at least we think. Who knows? But down here, they did not enter the deaths. So 7 over the weekend. If they're claiming 8,219, and last Wednesday was 8,154, that means we're missing 19, what do we got there? 60 deaths, 64 deaths, 63 deaths? In one age category, because they use this for scare tactics for so long. Now you can't tell me where they are. I guess they're waiting for a narrative to fit the narrative of where they want it to go. So we will change this to cases. Total number of cases, boom, 1645. None of these numbers have changed since last Wednesday. Why is that? Why have none of these numbers changed? I guess now suddenly lives don't matter. You got Trump out of office. You got people vaccinated like you wanted. You push the agenda to get poison into people's bodies and kill them in 2 to 5 years. So I guess the numbers are no big deal now. You don't need to. And by the way, this video is on Rumble that you're watching, but I'm also going to be posting this on YouTube. Let's see if they watch the caption of the video, or I should say caption, the title of the video, or if they listen to see the content. Because I tell you what, if they listen to content that I'm saying in the video, they're gonna put me down. They'll suspend me again, and that's fine. So if you are watching me on YouTube, head on over to Rumble. I am over on Rumble with the same name because this could get banned. It's pretty possible, but clearly there's an agenda. And there's a bigger agenda than just these numbers being messed with. These numbers didn't change in each county. None of that's changed. So you left all that alone, but you changed this. Now, I don't know where the cases are. I don't know what age group. I don't know what county. So I guess I don't, if I live in Talent County, then I guess I don't know if I'm safe or not. Oh my goodness, are they all in my county? Are they somebody else's county? Now, apparently, obviously, I am not concerned about it. But people are concerned. So now I guess their concerns don't matter because there's not, I guess, not enough deaths. There's not enough deaths to be worthwhile for Connecticut now to report them. Now, I don't know if this is on other websites for other states. I don't know. I'm just, for me, I live in Connecticut at the moment, so I'm looking at the Connecticut Department of Health numbers. They don't care. They didn't in the beginning and they don't now. Vaccines. You couldn't convince them for years with the flu because of flu shots because it didn't work. Vaccines. They want to get this stuff in your body. I'm telling you, 2 to 5. I'm not the only person. There's somebody else out there that I listen to. He says 2 years. I'm on 5 years. He says 2, but it doesn't really matter. The fact that we both agree on the same thing. This is out to kill you. And I'm telling you, please pay attention to your loved ones who took these, who got propaganded into this stuff. Their health in a few years is going to deteriorate, if not pass away. I know that's a harsh thing to say. The reality is what it is. Now, this gentleman that I watch, Brian there, Denlinger, Brother Brian is very smart. He does his research and he digs deep. I dig deep in other numbers, he digs deep in those numbers. He does a great job. Listen, watch his videos if you got time on exactly what's in these things. Or you can go to CDC website and get it all there. It's not a secret out there. They still haven't figured out how to keep that secret secret so you don't find out the truth. But then again, people who don't want to look. People don't want to hear the truth. They'd rather have blinders on. It's too much to handle. Like, well, what about this? What about that? What about my job? What about my house? What about all these things? And I get it. I understand. All those things are a concern. But understand, if you can't update these numbers anymore, Connecticut, then you have obviously showed that you don't care. You just don't care. I'm sorry. There's nothing, and again, I never believed it. You did. You got time to update these numbers. Can't tell me anything about these numbers. I guess they're not high enough now. But don't worry. They'll get high again. They'll get high again, Connecticut. You'll be able, state of Connecticut, you'll be able to, start tracking those deaths again, start getting those vaccines in, start killing off people, because that's exactly what you're doing. I think some of you know it and don't care, in the higher ups in the state of Connecticut. And I think others really don't know. I don't know how you can't. There's too much evidence out there proving it. Listen, I appreciate your time and tuning into this video. Some people will watch this and they'll wake up. And some, they'll just look at me and go, yeah, whatever. Unfortunately, the whatevers are going to pay that price. Or as Joe Biden said to the unvaccinated people, you're going to pay the price. No, not health-wise I won't. Health-wise I won't pay the price. But in other ways I will. They'll come after me with the bank accounts and the freezings and all that kind of stuff. You won't get much. God bless. I love every one of you, and I hope you call upon the Lord one day, because that is the only medicine. For me, when people ask me if I've been vaccinated, I'm going to simply tell them the truth. I asked for the medicine a long time ago. The Lord. Good night.